Welcome back to Coffee with Caroline. And as you can see, well, I think I was back last week, actually, I can't remember now, but I'm back, I'm home. I'm like, brain fog is in and I'm doing 100 million things. And let me tell you, okay? So like a holiday is always amazing and I've been gone forever, but you do lose track of real life, and I'm back in real life, whatever that looks like for you. And there's so many things on to catch up with. It's insane. Like I've got to do these, I've got to do, all the apartments are now sort of ready to go and all the mortgages are being paid. So like you can imagine, like while we've been off for summer and building, the costs of it all have been nuts. So finally, so excited today. I went down to see the one in DIFC. Now I don't know, if any of you know DIFC in the middle in Dubai, but it's so perfectly placed because you can walk to Arts Club, you can walk to Gaia, Shanghai Me, all the top restaurants. So I'm super excited for this one because honestly, it's in the best place. It's cheaper than a hotel. So I think, it's also a business district. So I feel like this one's really, really going to fly. And I also love what we've done with it. It's really masculine, really fun. And I hope everyone loves it like we do. And on to the next, I suppose. It's now on the market. It's like giving birth to a baby and now bringing the next one. So I've got two more that I've still got to do, but I'm getting there slowly. And, things here can be kind of frustrating too. Like obviously anyone that's done a build or you go away, like stupid things just happen that your head want to spin off. Like I've just went to the apartment this morning and noticed that they didn't put any sockets in the kitchen. None. Zero, not one. Like I called the kitchen company and I was like, I don't understand. Like who's not going to use a kettle and a thing? And this is your place to do that. It's absolutely nuts. That's all I can say. But anyway, and then somebody chipped my marble, but it's like endless. And I get home and then I'm like, okay, what's the point of letting my head spin off? As I've been trying to say all along, and I always tell you guys, hello, there's no point crying over spilt milk. It's done. So how are we going to fix it? So my head spun off this morning and now I'm relaxed again. It's nice. I'm going out for dinner with a girlfriend tonight who's flown in from Australia. So it's just a really nice time. The kids are still gone. So although it's been a bit weird in Dubai because obviously nobody's here at all, I am achieving so much this week. It's a joke. We've got a huge advert next week coming out that I'm working on. So I was going to see my kids, go and visit them in Istanbul, but honestly, I've seen one of my sons already, and he was with me, and my daughter. It was only my other son, Aaron, because he's going now to Texas, which he wanted to do. But he, anyone with teenage kids, gotta love them. Like, just zero shits given, to be honest. He barely picks up my phone calls. So actually, it's probably better. I'm just going to stay here and plod on with all the stuff that I have to do before, everyone gets back here and we get back into the cycle of what is madness. I've started doing all my skin treatments and I'm going on this whole skin journey right now, which I'm really excited about. That's why you'll never see me this white again. But I'm taking off all the sun damage. I'm going to do my arms, my legs, we've done my chest, I'm going to do it again. I'm doing it at Hortman's with Rebecca Treston, and I'm so excited for this actually. I hope it's transformative. I already feel like, you need less makeup, my skin is shiny, and people are really noticing it. And I think, for women, actually I just did another interview today, I've done two this week, about, 40 plus year old women and do we feel like this need to stay young and to be young and all the beauty standards just to stay relevant? And that's no, I'm not doing this to stay relevant. I'm doing this to stay fit and healthy and young and confident in myself. That's it, not for anyone else but me. I couldn't care less about anything else, because the one wonderful thing about what where we've grown our company to is that it's about my voice more than anything. And my voice is also linked to what is achievable as a 40 plus year old woman, right? And all of these things, here they are, cleaning the garden, but anyway, all of these things come from if I feel my best, if I look my best. And I've always said that, get up, get dressed, get out. There is no excuse to slouch around. Put on your face, make yourself feel amazing. It doesn't have to be this thick space of stuff. As you said, like, I feel better now. I started doing my own hair, my own makeup, and I feel like more like me. I'm actually getting ready to go to BravoCon in November, where I'll see everybody, and I'm like really rethinking life. Like, you know, who's gonna do my hair? Like, do I want that? Do I want to, like, I like the new me. I like the pared down me, but obviously I don't know if that works for Housewives. I've got to think about it for a minute, but you know, I don't want to look like I've been dragged through a bush either when the girls are all like, you know, housewived up. But I'm really looking forward to it actually, because it's the first year that I'm going with no guests. I'm not taking a single fucking soul. I'm just going to please myself, which is going to be amazing. I'm going with my best friend Larsa and Stephanie and Denise Richards, and we're just going to have such a laugh. And I can't wait to see everyone, really, and I just can't wait to be free. So I have booked someone over there for my hair, but I haven't booked makeup or anything like that yet. And I'm going to really think about it this year because, you know, I think I'm quite good at it now. I think I've got quite good at it. As long as I have a nice spray tan, I'm actually really good at all of it. And all the things that I've taught myself lately are about simplifying my own life, because I'm always so bloody busy. And I know that, you know, sometimes we all sort of get so busy with busying ourselves. But every day, and I always say this, every day, nothing sort of goes the way you think it's going to go. Every day something changes, and you know, you can be having a really, really dark day or a really dark week, and then the next day, within an hour, everything has changed. Your whole horizon has changed. And I want people to understand that and always have hope, because, you know, hope is something you should never give up on, because it is, you know, knowing that this too shall pass. And that's always the truth. This too shall pass. One door closes, another one opens. Just trust the universe. Nobody, you're never going to let fail and be let down. A failure is a form of growth. And, you know, I've definitely had my fair share of failures, successes. I feel like I'm on a really good mission right now, because I'm just, you know, I'm so relaxed and happy with where I am. I'm not desperately trying to be somewhere else. I'm just letting the universe push me into the right places. And, you know, I think it naturally opens its own doors, you know, just as it did with, say, my retreats. You know, I didn't know how that would go. I didn't know if any of you would come. And now, you know, we've got so many people want to come to all the retreats, which is amazing and, you know, so satisfying. And I'm so excited about that having opened, because you just never know. The businesses and just letting things fall into place. Like, the label has been, you know, obviously really difficult to start, because, you know, it's a market that is quite well known and busy and everyone wants to get into, and, you know, I didn't know a lot about it other than the way I feel, right? And what I needed in my day-to-day life, and what would make the most sense to me. You know, I thought I wanted this company to be for everyone, and I realized I don't. It's more for women and, you know, my age group that's going into menopause and all the things that we need, right? So brain fog and creatine. So, you know, if you're on GLP-1s and all of this, you need to build body mass and muscle and, you know, the things that I use every day, like collagen. It's just simple things that just, you know, I worked into my own life. So whenever, you know, and it's built on changing people's opinions on what women of a certain age are. Cutting up those stereotypes is what Bust the Label's all about, you know. And I think when you have a story and you have a purpose, and I think, you know, I would suggest to all of you, because there's nothing more amazing than having somewhere you need to be, and people that look up to you, and businesses that thrive because of you. That's what gives me the energy. That's what gives me the drive. That's what gives me the passion. That's why I wake up and do what I do. You know, there are days where you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And probably today was one of them, just because I wanted to bang so many heads together, because you're like, I mean, really? No plugs in a kitchen? Like, I would have thought that was just so obvious. And then I remember I was watching my girlfriend, who's a huge developer here, huge. And she was like, I think I've seen everything now, because they had put the thermostat for the room on the ceiling, because that's where obviously the grates are, but they actually put the thermostat that you need there on the ceiling. And then that always makes me feel better about whatever I'm looking at, because I'm like, okay, it's not that stupid. And then I just have to like breathe through it. And I find it quite hard, because, you know, any woman knows multitasking is really, really hard. And we multitask children, businesses, photo shoots, whatever it is, organizing everything. It's like a Rubik's Cube every single day in your head, and every day is different. I just want to say to everyone out there, you're doing a great job. Breathe through it, let it out, and say 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. In fact, when you're in the middle of one of those, like, holy shit, what am I doing on this planet? Just literally go outside, look at the sun, and say 3 things that you are grateful for, and trust me, it will change your day. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coffee with Caroline. Don't forget to subscribe and send me all your questions.